Hi, welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video for the 16th episode of Season 1 of Stargate SG1 called Cor-Ai, I think. You can check out the full reaction for this video on my Patreon channel. Check out the link in the description below. Last time we saw a scientific base being set up on a planet to view a black hole eclipse. SG1 went to view it and found everyone dead from some kind of disease. They did find one survivor, a young girl who seemed to be completely unaffected. They decided to take her back to Earth, whilst Jack and Teal'c remained on the planet to observe the phenomenon. After a short amount of time, the girl started to get ill, and a scan revealed some kind of device in her body. During the eclipse, Jack spotted a ship in orbit through the telescope. Teal'c recognized it as belonging to a Goa'uld who was an enemy of Apophis. They'd been known to plant bombs in people to destroy Stargates in the past, which prompted them to run back to warn the base about the girl. The base had already realized that there was a bomb in the girl and that it would create a huge explosion. They decided to take her back to the planet, but she went into a coma as she got close to the gate. They realized that if she went through the Stargate, she would explode. So they took her 30 floors down to a disused nuclear storage facility. Sam decided that she couldn't leave the girl on her own to blow up and decided to stay with her. After she didn't actually explode, they realized that the device started to break up the further away from the Stargate she got. So it looks like the girl is now going to live a normal life with the Doctor. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. That's an odd mix of architecture with those kind of shacks and things, but then there was a building in the background.
I have been here before.
What? You have?
Yes.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
The Goa'uld visit here regularly. It is one of their favorite places to harvest hosts for Goa'uld absorption.
Colonel, this is weird. I mean, all the food here is fresh. There's even something cooking on that fire.
So they're hiding nearby.
No. Keep your heads up.
I'd be slightly more nervous than he appears to be. I'm guessing the Goa'uld built the building and the people on the planet live in the shacks and use the shacks. That makes sense looking at the architecture there in particular. I think that's the first time we've seen like a mix like this. It kind of shows that the people are kept at a certain technological level. Catapults.
Colonel?
Hold your fire. Tell you what. I'll go first.
It's risky, but yeah, it's the only way to really prove yourself. Put your weapon down. Just shoot him in the kneecaps though, was there, as you put the gun down. They've also got back experiences with them. Well, if it's true, I've said early on in the series that for him to be in the position, for Teal'c to be in the position that he was in, he was the leader of the guard basically, he must have done bad things to get into that position. So it is possible, and then now all of a sudden he's on the good team. Does that undo everything that he's done in his past? Maybe we're going to find out.
He is the one. He killed my father.
How do you know?
Be put through Cor-Ai. We do not
Cor-Ai.
take revenge like this, or we are no better than the Jaffa.
So they've got laws that they follow.
Cor-Ai will sustain my belief.
Does Daniel recognise it or just realise that it's important? I suspect it's got a historical meaning.
Sir Kakona, Circle of Woes. Their name for the Stargate?
Circle of Woes. Basically, it's a portal of bad.
You may go. Now.
Teal'c, dial it up.
Not him.
Yeah, they can go, but not him. Surprised they're letting them go.
Do it.
So is that what really happened? Or just his memory of what happened?
You remember me now, do you not?
Don't say a word, Teal'c.
But I must.
That's an order. Don't say anything.
He was going to speak, but then Jack ordered him to stay silent. He literally, you could see his face, just stony silence. Well, more so than usual. He follows orders.
I don't suppose we could get him out on bail. He is guilty. He must pay for what he has done.
So,
And you've already decided.
yeah, not much of a trial.
Tomorrow we will have the Cor-Ai. You are welcome to stay.
So what is the Cor-Ai? It's not a trial if he's already been found guilty. So it's going to be the punishment.
We're gonna grab Teal'c and head straight for the Stargate. It'd be nice if we could do it without bloodshed.
Not likely, though.
I thought you just said you wouldn't go.
That is correct.
Why?
Because to go would disrespect the Bursa.
Has Jack even considered that he is guilty?
I am the Jaffa's voice for the Cor-Ai.
So it's defense counsel?
I think she means kind of like his defense.
Yeah.
I must witness his peccavi.
Confession?
I have sinned.
She wants his confession?
I'll get good at this.
Then who will be his voice?
Jack will.
That would be me.
But you don't understand what it means.
As you wish. I will tell the elders.
Well, is it what he wishes? Sure, it should be what Teal'c wishes. I know he's in charge, but they don't know that. They should sure be asking Teal'c.
Well, it's just that I've never actually heard you referred to as a diplomat.
But I'm his commanding officer. It comes with territory.
Daniel be better at it? I mean, being a linguist and a
Yeah.
cultural expert.
Yeah.
All right, we'll all do it.
Compromise?
Co-counsels.
Yeah. I'd probably push Daniel to that front, though. Does it work for Teal'c? So it looks like they're having a trial, but when the decision has already been made. It's all well and good them trying to be the voice for him, but they've got no idea what it actually means or what the procedures are. They could do more harm than good, but I don't know what the good could be or how worse it could be. So is he the prosecution or just a witness?
I am sorry. When I first saw you, I let my anger control me. I ask your forgiveness.
You have it.
This is starting off better than I thought it would.
I have a feeling it might start to go back the other way now.
You killed my father. For this crime, the punishment is death.
Yeah. Back on track.
You can't be the judge. That's not fair.
Impartiality would require someone who hasn't already formed an opinion about Teal'c's guilt or innocence.
How could there be such a person? Anyone who has a mind has an opinion.
That is true.
Only the person who has suffered understands the pain which has been inflicted.
You remember me?
I do.
So he does remember it now.
You are the one who killed
After
my
seeing
father.
that
Are you
crutch.
not-
Don't answer that, Teal'c.
Yes.
Oh, didn't follow that order. That's going to be pretty difficult to get him out of.
Why didn't you tell me you were guilty?
We didn't ask.
You already knew. Only you did not want to hear it. That is why you asked me not to speak.
Yeah, that is true.
There are a lot of things we do and we wish we could change, and we sure as hell can't forget.
Yeah, but he must have done lots.
But we're following orders like we were trained to. It doesn't make it easier. It certainly doesn't make it right. But it does put some of the responsibility on the guy given those orders.
Some, yes.
While in the service of Apophis, I did many things.
Yeah.
This case represents the many.
Well, it shouldn't!
You're only saying that because you like him, but it is true.
Worse yet is the face of the victims whom I selected as they realize they are about to take their final human breath.
So he's literally picked people.
And I have done far worse, O'Neill.
So you'd had to be in his position.
Well, the way I look at it, Teal'c has already pled guilty.
Yeah.
To draw a parallel to an American trial, we have to look at this as sort of like the sentencing phase. We need to prove to these people that...
Shouldn't kill him.
We need to convince them that he's a different man now than he was then.
They got more chance of doing that there than they would on Earth, because it does seem to be the victim as such, or the person who's been affected the most, who decides. So if they can persuade him, they might be able to change things.
She's now a Gould?
Inhabited by one, yes. The leader of the Serpent Guards picked her out of a crowd of other women at random, really.
Teal'c. Whose side are you on, Daniel?
It was difficult for me at first. I wanted to hate him. But now I know that it was a different Teal'c that chose Cor-Ai.
How does he know that Teal'c chose Cor-Ai? He wasn't there. The only way he would know is if Teal'c told him? I'm trying to think back to the episode. I don't think there's any way he could have known. Unless they find out how the procedures will work. And as he said, the head of the Serpent God's Guard, I think he worded it, is the one who chooses. And he knows that that was Teal'c. But again, it means that they've had discussions about it all. That doesn't quite seem to work. Well, don't know, it doesn't seem right that he knows that.
There were 50 human captives. Apophis ordered me to slaughter them all.
But you didn't, did you?
I did not.
This time,
You have a family. Do you think you'll ever see them again?
still don't see why his family were alive.
It is unlikely.
Still think they would have been killed.
The one thing I can't seem to figure out is where you live.
Ah.
Oh no, where do you sleep?
I just assumed they were in the background.
We have hidden caves and tunnels. When the evil ones come in through the Circacona, we flee in all directions and we disappear.
So they catch only the slowest among you.
Oh, no. We would never leave anyone behind.
There's more to it, isn't there? Like why you chose Hanno's father.
How do you choose someone?
Apophis ordered the selection process to begin.
I mean, if you
Kill one of them.
if you've got good intentions, you wouldn't kill a child. I don't think I'd kill a woman if I was in his position. He's injured. One leg. I said before, is that what happened to the child's eyes? The child saw his father killed. He didn't see the reason for it. He chose the sickest person, the weakest person.
Truth is our defense.
I think I see where you're going with this, Daniel. This is good.
But he still killed him.
It's a kangaroo court. Nothing's gonna make a difference. Carter and I are going back to Earth for reinforcements.
What, you're gonna shoot his way out?
I'm hoping we can bring back enough firepower.
You don't have to.
First, I need you to mobilize a combat unit ready to go back to that planet ASAP.
Do it. How about filling me in?
Yeah. It immediately gives the order to get things going, but then, yeah, let me know what's going on, what's happening. Wonder if he'll approve it.
But can you be sure Apophis would have really killed the rest of the villagers?
I know why he's now done it, but he still did it. He still killed his father.
I'm told that Berzer's only defense against the Goulds is their ability to run and hide.
I understand the logic. And I think if I was in his position, Teal'c's position, I think that would be my logic as well. How do you choose who lives and who dies? Out of all the people there, it does make sense if you had to do it. What do you think? Would you make the same decision? Obviously, there might be more to it, but that we're about to see. But at this stage, I think I would. If I had to do it, I think I'd have made the same decision. But he still killed someone.
We can disappear before the Gould arrive.
But you have to move fast, right?
He couldn't.
They seem to be able to vanish into the forest.
And they couldn't with his dad.
How fast could your father move with only one leg?
It was not important. As a member of the clan, he would never be left behind.
Exactly.
He can only move as fast as its slowest member.
So more people would have been captured and killed if he hadn't.
Teal'c, why did you choose Hanno's father?
I saw his injury.
But he still did it.
You chose to kill one that day to save many later. Is that right?
Does that make it right? It's a good defense, but I don't think it's an adequate defense.
He is very important to all of us in fighting the ghouls and the Jaffa. Therefore, I ask that you spare his life.
He's not going to.
Then why did he not fire upon them here instead of killing my father?
Because it wouldn't have done any good.
My father might be alive today.
No.
All the people there would have died.
The Gould would have sent more Jaffa to exterminate everyone.
That's true.
Teal'c's death will not change the past, but his continued life can help all of our future.
His fate is not to be decided by us.
Just by the sun.
Your argument is wise and moving.
Yes.
Can his recent actions, or any future actions,
Bring my father back.
return my father from the dead? Then clearly no amount of good in the present can erase what he has done in the past.
I have to admit I agree.
You are guilty of killing my father.
He is.
Tomorrow, at midday, you will die by your own weapon.
I think I do kind of agree with a death sentence in general for horrific crimes. And by his own admission, he's killed lots of people and done far worse, he said, than that.
Colonel, United States is not in the business of interfering in other people's affairs.
Since when, sir? Well, I don't think the president would have a problem with us going in and trying to rescue one of our own.
He's
Teal'c
not.
is not one of our own.
Even setting aside that Teal'c is our friend, how can you let such a valuable information resource be taken away?
Oh. Well, if he's that valuable a resource, why is he out there in the first place? I said this again from the beginning of the series. If he's that valuable, he should be locked up somewhere. Maybe not literally locked up, but certainly confined in an area where they can interview and talk to him and get the information out of him. Don't send him out to all these planets where they have dangerous encounters all the time and he could be killed. So that's a weak argument. The people on that planet haven't been, as the general said, they were, I can't remember how he put it, they were nice to the rest of them. It's just Teal'c because they suspect him of a crime. They've had him guilty of a crime already, but it's no different to what we would do here. The others weren't involved, so they were treated fine. So yeah, I can see the general wouldn't go in. Bit surprised he said what he said about Teal'c. Unless he's had some orders made to him that are forcing his hand a bit. Not sure, but yeah, it's messy.
We don't stop pursuing war criminals because they have a change of heart.
War criminals?
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
he is.
Teal'c spent many years serving the Ghoul, doing some damn distasteful things.
Yeah.
Sir, Teal'c has proven his loyalty to us countless times. Don't you think we should do the same?
My own personal opinion says yes.
But
the government policies...
okay, the policies. Okay, so it's come from above. Yeah.
Call the president.
That's enough, Colonel.
Yeah, his hands are tied.
Right.
Oh, so is he going to call the president? The team were there ready to go.
I would like to ask one final favor. I would like to volunteer my lifeless body and that of my symbiote for your scientists to study.
That would help. I noticed they bandaged up his stomach, so they haven't got to do the special effects to show the entrance for the Gould.
The President won't authorize a rescue. We can't commit troops to risk their lives in an action that I believe is morally ambiguous.
I agree.
Things look a little different to you?
Yeah. Oh, that was bad timing. So Teal'c's not there, so if Jafar took him, I assume they'd recognise him from his symbol. They're going to kill them. That looks like a firing squad. Aha! See the shadow. That's clever. Oh, but only the one.
Now O'Neill has proved to me not only were his loyalties alive, but yours as well.
They think it was them. Oh. So they're creating a distraction so the rest can escape. Okay, well that's going to have improved their improved his opinion of them, not Teal'c necessarily.
Try not to let them see your face in case.
Too late, I think.
Teal'c.
That the same symbol. Is he the one that was in was it the Nox episode? Is he the new head?
Death will share my place as first prime.
Oh, no. Oh. Don't think you're going to make that job. So he's going to rescue everyone, and the guy's going to change his mind. Sacrifice himself. Did anyone see it, that he jumped in front of them? Or in front of the shot?
Oh, looks bad. Let's get him home.
No.
He has a chance to escape, and he's not.
Prepare to accept my punishment.
You are not the same man as he who murdered my father. That Jafar is dead.
This is morally a very uncomfortable episode.
We can help you defend yourselves.
We would appreciate that.
Okay, so hopefully they made friends. At least by following all their rules and sticking with it all, they've not jeopardized the friendship with them. I said from the beginning that, like I said earlier, he's done bad things. This has happened on this one planet, but it could happen on every other planet they visit. And he is guilty of doing it. He only got off this time because of the way their legal system works. And like I said, it's a morally such a complex episode, the actual subject matter. So yes, he is guilty of doing all these bad things, but then he's turned against those people, and he is hopefully doing good. He's done good things, he's saved people, he's fighting against the Goa'uld. Does that wipe out all of the past bad things he's done? I will be honest and say I don't think it does. It's something I've thought about because I've mentioned it before, and it's something that's been crossed my mind before. I don't think it does. I mean, it's the equivalent of a mass murderer on Earth. So someone killing lots of different people, and then I don't know, becomes a monk, and he raises money for charity, and he's saves some lives. Do we let him off for all the people he's killed? We wouldn't. He would, if there was overwhelming evidence that he'd committed those murders. Let's say there were witnesses, his fingerprints, photographs of him doing it, video of him doing it, but there's also video footage of him doing lots of good things. That wouldn't matter. Well, haha. Let me rephrase. Let me change it a bit. Let's say it happened in America, in a certain state in America, because in the UK we don't have a death sentence, and I think there's a lot of states in America that don't either, or at least don't use it. So let's say he's in a certain state in America when this all happens. He would be found guilty. He would be sentenced to death. And yeah, I can't imagine a scenario on Earth in that situation when a jury would look at the good things he's done and let him off for the past murders. I know I've said murders. It's a complex thing. Is what Teal'c did murder? We know he's done a lot of bad, so let's just keep it as he's done a lot of really, really bad things to a lot of different people. I don't know. Well, no, I do know. I do think he's guilty, and I can understand in this particular episode, in that scenario, how he could have been found guilty and they could have killed him. I'm a little surprised that that guy changed his mind so quickly. He didn't actually see Teal'c leap in front and save lives. I don't know if anyone did. They were all sort of crouched down and not looking. I don't know. There's that one act, and he was so bitter about what happened, understandably. I'm just surprised he changed his mind so quickly and complete 180. Don't know. But it can't just be in this one place. It's got to happen again. So he might not be so lucky next time. He obviously feels bad about everything he's done. But yeah, I mean, the general said it's a war crime, and it is. We are at war with the Goa'uld. Yeah, he committed war crimes and then defected basically to us. Thing is, I know in America, I don't know if in the UK, but in America, I think there were instances where people in the war or after the war, the German scientists and things, they did a lot of bad things. They defected to America, and I think they were pardoned and given new lives, and Slate was wiped clean. Yeah, morally a very tricky thing. Let me know what you thought. It's a messy episode, but let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Do you think he should be held accountable? Do you think he should be held accountable? Do you think he should have been sentenced to death? Should the slate be wiped clean for him? I don't know. Don't forget, keep it to what we've seen up to now and this episode. I don't know what's going to happen in the future with him, if this is going to happen again, so obviously don't talk about the future stuff, just thinking about now and what we know. Yeah. See you for the next episode. Be seeing you.